episode 1 of Occult-ober. Today we are going to look at the strange little creatures from a Renaissance book called The Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel. Before we get into those bizarro images, there's 4 more episodes to follow throughout the month of October. I'm going to be uploading a video every Thursday featuring weird occult themed art. So if you like art history, paranormal, supernatural, the mystical, the unknown, strange, things like that, then this is for you. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss out, because on October 31st, which is the last Thursday in this series, we're actually going to do some trick-or-treating, something a little fun, and I don't want you to miss that. I also just made a fun little autumn scavenger hunt that I popped into my shop, so if you want to check that out, I'll link that below as well. It's a great activity to get kids outside, away from screens, and enjoying the autumn, because it's such a beautiful time of year. So go outside and find yourself some treasures. There's even a little bonus find. If you can get that, I gotta hear about it. If you can find the bonus, I need to hear about it. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel. So who was this Pantagruel? He was a character in a 16th century novel. Were novels around in the 16th century, or were they just books? Anyway, he's a character in a series of books written by Francois Rabelais, which is a really fun name to say, Francois Rabelais. He wrote a series of books called Gargantua and Pantagruel. They were a father-son duo, a couple of giants roaming around doing stuff, mischief. I don't know, I haven't read the book, but you can get it. I'll link it below if you're interested in reading it. It's a huge book and it's a bunch of stories, but I think the first 2 books are, well, okay, you know what? This isn't about that book, right? Okay, this is about the Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel. So let's talk about that. It was not written by Francois Rabelais. It was not written by him. It was actually published 12 years after his death. When was it? 1565. The Drolatic Dreams was published. And the strange thing is, nobody knows who wrote it. It's a mystery. Whoever wrote it used Pantagruel's name to come up with these creatures. I mean, they're definitely creatures from a dream. We'll see soon. They're very strange, very bizarre, very dreamlike. So the book it's compiled of 120 woodcuts and no text. It's a picture book. It's a 16th century picture book. And to be completely fair, doing the research, it's not. They're creepy, bizarro little demon-y guys, and they're great for this to look at for this time of year, but they're not really occult themed. So, first video, and I've already lied to you. But you'll the images, look at them, they're creepy, weird, and anyway, the other videos, I swear, there's ghosts and curses and stuff, okay? But this one, we're going to start off tame. We'll start off tame for the first video. I just really like these images. They're they're actually a little naughty drawings. You'll see. Okay, yes, so picture book aside, there's no text. There's a little bit of text. Here we go, I lied to you again. The only text is a foreword by the publisher, Richard Breton. And he wrote about how he knew Francois and blah, blah, blah. That's not important right now. It's images we want to get into, right? Little demon-y creatures. So when I say they're not occult, they are more than likely satirical characters, making fun of, mocking the church and the aristocracy. it's 16th century satire. I mean, now we've had satire throughout the ages mocking the people in power. So, pardon me.
Little ghost in my throat.
So without further ado, I sip my poison. And let's look at these cheeky little images. Also, drolatic is essentially amusing, like droll. Oh, how droll. Okay, so we're gonna open these up and comment your favorite one below, if you have a favorite one. I mean, these are like, what kind of a mind comes up with these, really? Here we've got old Sawnose. It looks like he's got kind of a luxurious mustache going on. One of those like old-fashioned little mustaches, you know? Very cute, very cute. And what have we got here? Well, this one is in my nightmares tonight. It's the face. It's that horrifying scarecrow-type face. He reminds it, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. That's how he looks. Look at who we've got here. This is actually one of my favorite ones because it's really cute. Do we call this cute? The dress is a little short, you know, 2 hairdos for that outfit. Actually, no, only one because the head's completely covered, so don't worry about it. I'm not going through, you know how I said there's 120 of these guys? I'm not going through 120 of these, promise. So I'm just gonna show you a few, because they are kind of fun. Oh my, this is a gentleman if I've ever seen one. Look at those legs. Another great mustache, a little bit too much gel in it there. He's a Dapper Dan man. Here we go, here's a treasure. This is, I have no idea. You know what, there are no words. A jar? I don't know. Is that a spatula? Humpty Dumpty, after he fell off the wall and cracked. You know how I was saying they're a little bit naughty? I mean, look down under his chin, a cod piece, and it's got a goat on it. Okay, moving on. This guy looks really stuck up. Again, if we just go down to the waist area, there's no hiding the smut in this one. Tongue of his shoes, I mean, that looks like a tripping hazard. Something else looks like a tripping hazard too, if you know what I mean. Okay, here's another one that will live in my nightmares. You can see why I thought these would be good for this time of year, because they are creepy. Renaissance art, creatures in Renaissance art, I don't know, you know, the things they thought of before the internet, you know? Actually, more of an imagination before the internet, right? Oh, look at this little guy. He's kind of like a little Chewbacca or something with a blanket on his head, playing a nice little tune. Got a little purse. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe he's not playing a tune. Maybe he's smoking something that would lead to drawings like this. Here's another favorite, the little gnome on stilts with, again, an interesting tripping hazard near the waist area. Isn't this Hoggle from Labyrinth? Okay, I don't like this guy. He's scary, but what I do like about this is the tiny little guy on his hand. Adorable. I want one. This is Santa Claus as a witch. Turnip man. Are those spurs? These look really fun to color. And that's the last one we've got. We might as well leave on a high note, you know what I mean? Leave on a high note. Cheers, cheers. Okay, so it is believed that this book, The Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel, was written by Francois Desprez. He wrote a book about clothing styles from around the world, and I'm going to show you a couple so you can compare, because maybe we can CSI this. We can do some forensics and determine, delicious poison, if he was the artist of the Drolatic Dreams. So let's have a look, okay? This is the Egyptian, and what I guess he believed or was known in the 16th century. This is how Egyptians dressed. I don't know. Aside from it looking similar style because it's a woodcut, yeah, but it doesn't really, you know, you can't be like, oh, that's the same artist right here. For some reason, this reminds me of Edward Gorey. So again, doesn't really look like Drolatic Dreams art, but maybe this will. Oh, look at what you're missing you're missing some of your trousers there, sir. These don't look like Drolatic Dreams, do they? Until we get to the Sea Bishop. Aha! I'm not too sure what part of the world this is from. We got the Sea Monk. Right. These are looking a little closer to what we saw in the Drolatic Dreams. And one more here. The Standing Monkey. Yes. Now, where? This is from a book of clothing around the world. What the heck are those? Around the world. What's a sea bishop? What's a sea monk? Sea monkey? I had those when I was a kid, but I don't think they look like this. Maybe it's a sea monkey. Okay, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a little bit fun. Like I said, starting tame. Not really occult, but weird. And some of those things could spark nightmares for sure. Yeah, I'm looking at that sea bishop and I think he could get me. Okay, here's a side note, okay? It does relate back to the sea bishop, but when you have a dream and you're being chased, can you run? Can you actually move? Because I find in my dreams, when I'm running, it's like my knees stop working and I'm like, oh, everything is slow motion, or my knees give out and I fall and everything like that. Anyway, this sea bishop would get me hands down, because if I can't run and he's got those thighs, that guy's coming at me. He's not doing too much grabbing with those little T-Rex hands, but yeah, that guy would take me down. Despite it not being occult themed, like I said these videos would be, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next week. We're going to be talking about ancient Japanese spooky tales, and some really cool woodcuts yet again. These ones are really awesome, from an artist you probably have seen before. He has an extremely famous painting woodcut that you'll definitely know, you'll recognize. Until then, I hope you enjoy your very own Drolatic Dreams. Adieu.